A beautiful one all the way from that is Heavy Trays. It's called, and you told me right there, bring us all the way back to the show. And of course, you're still watching at the Lunch Vibe on UCTV, Uganda Catholic Television. And of course, that has good news for everybody right there. And of course, right about this every time, I've come to my moment whereby I'm introducing my guest, who I told you earlier on will be joining me. And of course, we're going to be discussing about the state of Karamoja, agriculture, tourism and mineral development. So in case you are there, probably many times people misperceive Karamoja sub-region. So today I had a gentleman who was like, maybe I need to resensitize people probably, or inform them the development and the changes that actually come about from that very side, that is East-North Uganda. And of course, so for this very time, allow me introduce my guest of the day. And I like the way he is dressed. I should start with appreciating the way you are dressed today. A very good afternoon.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
If I may first ask, can you first describe your dress code?
This is the Karamoja attire. It's a full traditional Karamoja attire.
Okay. And then, okay, what does the beads mean, maybe, for the beginners?
For the beginners,
yes.
This is a traditional Karamoja attire.
Okay.
An original Karamoja from Karamoja.
Hey.
Yes.
So
I can say the senior warrior.
A senior warrior dresses like this.
Yes.
And then, wow, it's really very, very interesting.
Sometimes you might fail to differentiate between who has gone to school, who has not gone to school. When we all dress like this, you will not know who has a PhD, who has a degree, who has a diploma, who is the other man who is wrestling.
Okay, I'm really very good. So this is how is this dress code only for warriors? What about now, if like the ones that are not warriors, maybe just other civilian people?
This dressing is as long as you value the Karamoja culture, the Karamoja tradition, you have to put on this. Okay. Whether you have a PhD, whether you're a primary dropout, primary liver. Okay. Yes. So for everybody, this is our cultural attire. This is our dressing.
Okay.
And we are really proud about it.
Wow. And actually, very interesting out there. So for now, maybe for the beginners, I would love you to introduce yourself for the person who might be seeing you for the first time.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.
UCTV. I'm called Lodou Dida Julius, ONC coordinator for Karamoja region.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Wow, I'm very, very grateful to have you actually right today on my set. And looking at our topic of discussion, you see, very many times, even me to some extent, before I was informed, I used to think Karamoja is known for hostility and maybe backwardness, to be very honest, and also maybe like the life of in Karamoja is hard, those kind of things. So today, I really want you probably to sensitize us, to let us know about the state of Karamoja, agriculture, mineral development, and then maybe tourism. And I want us to start with agriculture. When you look at the weather that side, people complain that side is way hotter than this ends. And how do people survive when it comes to agriculture? How do they make this food that makes them survive?
Oh, thank you so much. First, before I go to what you have told me, maybe I would first start by giving you a brief about
Karamoja. Yes.
Karamoja in general.
Yes, beautiful.
Yes. Yeah, Karamoja is located in the northern eastern part of Uganda, bordering two countries, that is South Sudan, and
then Uganda.
No, and then Kenya.
And then Kenya. Oh, okay.
And then Kenya.
South Sudan, Kenya.
Yes.
Hey,
it's comprised of 27,400 square kilometers. That is slightly bigger than the size of Rwanda.
Hey.
Yes, our neighbor from across. Yes. So Karamoja is comprised of 9 districts, 2 municipalities.
Okay.
Yes. With a population of about 1.4 million people.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know what else. What do you want to do in that brief?
The life of Karamoja, like a local man down there, how does he spend his day? Waking up?
Maybe first, before I go to the local man down there, like you had introduced the topic about people thinking about Karamoja.
Yes.
That mindset. Now, that rhetoric of thinking about Karamoja in actually the mindset change.
Okay.
Yes, most people have that rhetoric of mindset change. Karamoja is backward, Karamoja is this and that. Now, what you should know is Karamoja is already ready and prepared for the new development. Karamoja is prepared to move with the world.
Okay.
The people who are thinking about Karamoja in the perspective you are telling me are the ones who should have a mindset change for themselves. Because you're saying Karamoja should change their minds. It should be you to change your mindset about Karamoja.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
So, in actual truth, Karamoja is the most underdeveloped region in Uganda. The population of Karamoja is about, like I told you, it's about 1.4 million. The poverty prevalence is about 66%,
okay,
as opposed to the national prevalence poverty rate, which is at 20%.
Okay.
That really underscores and shows you that Karamoja is the most underdeveloped region in Uganda.
Okay.
As opposed to the wealth, the riches that Karamoja has, the minerals that are in Karamoja, the tourist potential that is in Karamoja, leave alone the agriculture. The Karamojans are traditionally cattle keepers. We are nomads.
Okay.
But the 92% of Karamojans are into agriculture, mainly cattle keeping.
Like cattle keeping, okay?
Yeah, cattle keeping.
Okay.
First, maybe before I even go forward, what is happening in Karamoja right now, as we talk now? I would love to give all the thanks to His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for the prevailing peace in Karamoja. Karamoja is on a set-to-go program now.
Okay.
Yes, due to the security situation in Karamoja. Before, we had a lot of insecurity in Karamoja.
Okay.
A lot.
Are you trying to say like there's a lot of deployment now compared to back in the day?
Due to the vision that Our Excellency has, he has deployed the right commanders right now in the region. We have the current, at the moment, we have a prevailing peace in the region. In the moment. So the commanders are doing the right thing. So what we have now is to set the ball rolling for development.
Okay.
Yes.
So in Karamoja there is not too much of I'm talking about now like crop growing and maybe a cultivation. What is the percentage of the people who do this crop growing, cultivation?
About 92% of people in Karamoja, 92% are in agriculture.
Okay.
Yes, agriculture. What I mean by agriculture is also we have cattle keeping.
In agriculture,
yes.
I was talking about the other side.
Yes, the other side. We are into 92% of them are in subsistence agriculture. Okay. In subsistence agriculture, I'm talking about cattle keeping. Then a little bit of it. His Excellency the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has plans and ongoing plans to promote promotional farms in Karamoja.
Okay.
Actually, there are demonstration farms to be put in Karamoja, beginning any time from next month, to have the local people acquire improved techniques of cattle keeping.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think with that really, in agriculture, we would really have something to move. Irrigation facilities are being planned.
Okay.
Yes, I hope they begin very soon. That is on agriculture.
Okay.
But maybe on, okay?
Yeah, and then about now minerals. Because in most cases we have had, there are minerals in northern Uganda, especially Karamoja sub-region. Maybe I would love you to first tell somebody out there which kind of minerals are found that side, and how is the mineral development benefiting the surrounding sub-region as Karamoja before the entire country?
Wow. If it's about minerals, Karamoja is a rich mineral region in Uganda and possibly in the world. It's just that once the minerals in Karamoja are tapped and well managed, Uganda will Uganda will, the way somebody said, Uganda will go yes. Otherwise, Uganda has a lot of minerals. I mean, Karamoja has a lot of minerals. We have gold, we have phosphates, we have marble. By the way, we have oil in Karamoja.
Okay.
If we are to tap the minerals in Karamoja for the next about 50 years, Karamoja will run the Ugandan economy. We shall forget about borrowing money from China, borrowing money, is it from IMF? Karamoja alone will run the Ugandan economy. Karamoja is untapped potential in this country.
It's a virgin land.
It's a virgin land in terms of minerals, in terms of tourism. It's really virgin. Except most people have a different thinking about Karamoja. It's virgin totally. But once tapped, that is like the next destination in terms of economic growth. It will lead Uganda to the next levels.
Okay.
Yes.
And now talking about the tourism part of it, what are some of the sceneries that will attract tourists so much into the Karamoja sub-region?
Wow.
Because today I'm very sure at the end of this day, somebody will have a picture of how Karamoja is. Just like you said, he will change his mindset from how they used to think the other way around. What are some of the beautiful sceneries, the tourists, let me say the tourism sites that are probably in Karamoja that anybody should really bother one time and go and visit?
When you talk about tourism, you have hit the point. Karamoja, in terms of tourism, first of all, Karamoja has the best tourism destination in the whole world. Kidepo National Park is in Karamoja. Kidepo National Park is a home to, Kidepo National Park is housed in Karenga district. And that is the best tourist destination in not in Uganda. Actually, according to the CNN ranking, it is the best second safari destination in the whole world.
Wow.
Yes. So we really have we have a lot to showcase in Karamoja. Leave alone. Yes. Actually, Karamoja has about 3 game reserves. Okay. Yes, that is when we talk about tourism. 3 game reserves and 1 national park, which really brings a lot of potential to Karamoja region.
Then the culture itself.
Before we go to the culture, let me finish about the sites. The tourism. You know, Karamoja has really very great potential in terms of tourism. Kidepo National Park is one of the most beautiful national parks in the country. It has a natural scenery, what we call virgin, what we call organic. Kidepo has about 86 mammals. It has about 620 plant species. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it has.
Actually, you're taking me back to school now.
And it has about 462 bird species. So, really, for anybody who wants to see wildlife, tourism, that is the destination. And it is in what? And it is in Karamoja. Not only in Karamoja, it is in what? Karenga. And Karenga is the place that is hosting the Karamoja Cultural Festival this year.
By the way, about the festival. Last year, I was following just online.
Yes.
It was in Napak, if I'm not mistaken. Was it in Napak?
Last year, we had it in Napak.
Yes, it was in Napak, and it was running for like 7 days. Now, like about this cultural festival, what happens in this kind of festivals in Karamoja?
Wow, maybe let me give you a little bit background.
Because some people might be scared to go probably and attend this kind of events because of insecurity and what.
Just like I told you earlier on, I thank the president for bringing the peace that is in Karamoja. Yeah, the peace, security that is prevailing currently in Karamoja. Okay. So about peace, we welcome everybody to come to Karamoja. So about that, about the event, actually, the Karamoja Cultural Festival started way back in 2014.
Okay.
Way back in 2014. This is a festival that brings all the Karamojongs together. It brings all the Ateker community in one. It brings about 4 countries in one destination. They unify in one place, they meet in one place to share ideas. By the way, it is not like a merry-making event. When you talk about festival, most people think about partying, doing what. The event has evolved. The festival has evolved. There are too many things that happen in the.
What are some of those activities?
Yes, we have youth dialogues. Oh. Yes, we have peace talks with the neighbors. They advocate the 8 episodes because you know there have been a little bit of conflicts between the neighbors, both locally and internationally. So all those avenues are there. We have conversations of development. We have conversations of assessment on how Karamoja should move forward in such festivals. Okay. This happens actually annually, once a year. Okay. And it is rotational in all the 9 districts of Karamoja. It started way back in 2014 in Moroto. 2015, I think it was in Moroto. The attendance, by the way, is great.
Like how many people turn up in this?
I recall the first attendance was about 7,000. That was in Moroto. Okay. Then after that, the consecutive one was about 15,000. That was still Moroto. The next one is.
Because personally, I think I have to be there.
Last year in Napak, we had it in Napak last year. It was about 35,000 attendees. And this year, we have the uniqueness of the park. So
being in Karenga.
Being in Karenga. Okay, yes, we have the uniqueness of the park. So this time it might be massive. And I invite everybody, Ugandans, both internationally and outside the country, we invite everybody to come and enjoy, attend that festival. First of all, that festival unlocks so many things, so many potentials. You are meeting with different kind of categories of people. Yes. You are meeting with the ordinary Karamojong. You are meeting with other Karamojong. You are meeting with Aniteson. You are meeting with Anacholi. You are meeting with all kinds of people in the world.
I read something of like the Prime Minister is going to be the guest.
Well, actually, the Prime Minister is supposed to launch the beginning of the program, and we have invited HE to as the chief guest, or hopefully he will be around, which I think he will be there. Okay. Yeah. So we have a lot in stock for that particular event.
What does it take for somebody to be part of this? Is there like a cost, or you just come?
We have invited everybody. You know, we want you to come and enjoy what is there. We want to come and share our ideas. There is no cost. Transport yourself to Karamoja. Transport yourself to Karenga. Use the Google map. Use the things here. So find yourself there, man.
Actually, for somebody who is there, you can understand. You can just use a Google map. Is network there? Because of
there's MTN, there is Airtel, we're even tapping some network from South Sudan, some network from Kenya.
If I may ask, what are some of the challenges that Karamoja is actually facing?
The biggest challenge we are facing as Karamoja is insecurity, but that one currently has been handled by the security. Okay. He is headed by HE. Now the biggest challenge we have now is infrastructure. Otherwise, for us to tap in the minerals, the tourism, infrastructure is key. Then of course also we want affirmative action from HE. Affirmative action on education mainly. Okay. Yes. Karamoja must go to school. Much as we have now changed our mindset, but we don't have the resources. That is the other challenge. I understand. You know, like I told you, Karamoja can fund Uganda's budget for the next over 50 years if well tapped. If well tapped, without corruption, by the way. Of course, without corruption is not everywhere.
Okay. Yes. Wow, that is beautiful. So probably for the person that is watching Uganda Catholic Television right now, I would love you to give them maybe a piece of advice about about this perception of Karamoja, and maybe an encouragement of how they can actually be part of this kind of event that actually make us adventure, get to know the real, because when you're on ground, that's when you know it is hot here, it is cold here, it is doing this here.
Yes. Wow, thank you so much. Maybe first, I would first love to invite everybody is invited to this festival, and it's going to be the biggest and a one kind of in Karamoja. Okay. 5 kilometers away from the national park. 5 kilometers away from the what? National park. Okay. Which is the best tourist destination according to the CNN ranking. Yes. The second best safari destination in Africa. In Africa. Yeah, so we invite everybody. Anyone who wants to partake in the festival, please, you are welcome.
Wow.
Whether you are in a Karamoja, whether at a care community, whether what, everybody is invited there. Come, please. Hey, by the way, another development that is coming up in that has a bearing in Karamoja, Karenga, and Kidepo. We have the second international airport being built in Karamoja. It has a very big bearing. So very soon, the locals, the nationals will be flying straight to Dubai, flying straight to Nairobi, flying straight to Malaysia. From Karenga. From Karenga. You don't need to go to Entebbe now.
Okay, I want to thank everybody who has been part of this one, and I was very grateful to have you.
Maybe before we close, I would really love to thank my boss.
Okay.
Yes, my boss Adija Namialo for implementing the strategic vision of the president.
Wow.
She has perfectly understood the vision of the president and strategically helped the president in implementing our vision.
Wow.
Really, I would love to thank her for that, and I give kudos to her for that.
And maybe other people that you want to give or send shouts.
Wow, I send shouts.
Friends.
Yes, I send shouts to almost everybody in Karenga who are coming. The Kampala team is being mobilized. The Atekere community is being mobilized. The people in Ethiopia are coming, where I talked to a few of them. I talked yesterday to some people in South Sudan, Juba. They are all coming. I also talked to my friends in Turkana, Kenya. They are all coming. So let's all be there. And of course, I talked to my nephews in Soroti. Everybody more is going to be there.
Wow. So of course, thank you so much. I've been having actually Dida Lodou Julius, and of course, I'm very sure by now you must be having a picture of how Karamoja looks like, how they survive, how everything is actually developing from that very side out there. And of course, at this very time, allow me to take you through some musical break. Then we shall come back properly. Actually, let me first be sure of my time. So that, okay, fine. Let's just take a song and then we shall be coming back. Thank you so much for